Hello, friends. Welcome to English Minds. Unlock the magic of English literature. Today, we will discuss on Much Ado About Nothing by William Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing is one of Shakespeare's most beloved comedies revolving around themes of love, deception, and misunderstanding. The play focuses on two main couples, the witty and sharp tongued Beatrice and Benedick, who initially rejected love, and the more traditional lovers, Hero and Claudio, whose relationship faces turmoil due to mistaken accusations. With clever wordplay, mistaken identities, and comedic intrigue, the play explores how love can be both joyous and complicated. At its heart, Much Ado About Nothing highlights the power of wit, trust, and reconciliation in relationships, offering a humorous take on social conventions and love. Much Ado About Nothing is a comedy by Shakespeare that explores themes of love, deception, and social dynamics through two central plots. The first revolved around Beatrice and Benedick, a witty couple who engage in verbal sparring while secretly harboring affection for each other. The second focuses on the romance between Hero and Claudio, which is marred by malicious deceit leading to a temporary separation. The play blends farcical humor with moments of serious reflection on honor, misunderstanding, and reconciliation through its intricate use of disguise, mistaken identity, and reparse. But about Ado About Nothing highlights the complexity of human relationship. Prominent characters: Beatrice, a sharp witted, independent woman who is skeptical about love but ultimately falls for Benedict. Benedict, a witty and humorous soldier who shares a similar disdain for love but transformed by Beatrice's charm. Hero, a gentle and virtuous young woman, daughter of Leonardo, who is in love with Claudio. Claudio, a young soldier who falls in love with Hero, but it missed by deception, leading to temporary mistrust. Leonardo, the governor of Messina, Hero's father, betrays uncle. Don Pedro, a noble prince who helped bring Benedict and Beatrice together and play a central role in the plot's misunderstandings. Don John, the villain of the play, Don Pedro's illegitimate brother who schemes to ruin the happiness of others. Petruchio, Don John's accomplice in his plot to deceive Claudio into thinking Hero has been unfaithful. Margaret, Hero's maid, who unknowingly becomes involved in the deception that transcends Hero's reputation. Dogberry, the humorous bumbling constable who unwittingly uncovers Don John's plot. Prominent quotation: I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others become the argument of his own scorn by failing in love. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and now he had rather hear the tabor and the pipe. Beatrice Act 1, Scene First. Beatrice humorously comments on Benedick's sudden transformation far from a soldier to a lover. बिट्रिस बेनेडिक्ट से अचानक सैनिक से प्रेमी बनने पर मजाक करती है। वह आश्चर्य व्यक्त करती है कि कैसे कोई व्यक्ति दूसरों के प्रेम में मूर्खता का मजाक उड़ाता है लेकिन खुद भी वही गलती करता है। आई विल लीव अ बैचलर बेनेडिक्ट एक्ट 1 सीन फर्स्ट। बेनेडिक्ट का यह स्टेटमेंट बाद में हास्यास्पद रूप से गलत साबित होता है क्योंकि वह बेट्रिस से प्रेम करता है जो पहले उससे विवाह के खिलाफ था। बेनेडिक्ट डिक्लेरेशन लेटर ironically contradicted by his love for Beatrice. There is a skirmish of wit between them. Leonardo, Act First, Scene First, describing the playful banter between Beatrice and Benedict. लियोनार्डो बीट्रिस और बेनेडिक्ट के बीच में होने वाली तीखी और इंटरेस्टिंग वाक युद्ध का वर्णन करते हैं। इफ आई वर अ मैन आई वुड ईट हिज हार्ट इन द मार्केट प्लेस। बीट्रिस एक्ट 4 सीन फर्स्ट। Beatrice expressed her anger at Claudio's betrayal to Hero. Beatrice क्लाडियो के हीरो के प्रति विश्वासघात से एंग्री होकर कहती है कि यदि वह पुरुष होती तो क्लाडियो को खुले बाजार में चुनौती देती। Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps. Hero Act 3 Scene First. Hero reflects on the different ways love can be manipulated. हीरो प्रेम के विभिन्न रूपों पर कमेंट करती है कि कुछ लोग प्रेम में तीर से घायल होते हैं जबकि कुछ जाल से। For man, it is giddy things, and this is my conclusion. Benedict, Act 5, Scene 4. Benedict acknowledges the fickleness and unpredictability of men, particularly in matter of love. बेनेडिक्ट यह स्वीकार करता है कि पुरुष प्रकृति से चंचल होते हैं और वह प्रेम के मामलों में भी दिखाई देता है। I will do myself the right to trust none. Claudio, Act 4, Scene First. Claudio misplaced judgment after being deceived by Don John. क्लॉडियो डॉन जॉन द्वारा धोखा दिए जाने के बाद वह अपना विश्वास फिर से किसी पर नहीं करने का निर्णय लेता है। There was a man in Varuna who made love to a lady, and she was his affection, and he had no power of his own, but was one of the great men. Don Pedro, Act First, Scene First. Don Pedro humorously reflects on love and complications it brings. डॉन पेड्रो मजाक करते हुए कहते हैं कि प्यार में पड़ने वाले लोग, प्यार में गिरने वाले लोग किस तरह से अपने आप को एकदम असहाय और मजबूर महसूस करते हैं। वे यह भी बताते हैं कि कोई महान आदमी भी प्रेम में पड़ सकता है और लेकिन उसे इसके बारे में कंट्रोल नहीं होता है। द वर्ल्ड मस्ट बी पीपल्ड, बेनेडिक्ट एक्ट फर्स्ट सीन फर्स्ट। Benedict mocks the idea of marriage and suggests that it is unnecessary to perpetuate the world. बेनेडिक्ट शादी और प्यार के विचार का मजाक उड़ाते हुए कहता है कि दुनिया को आबाद करने की कोई खास ज़रूरत नहीं, यह सब बस बेवकूफ़ी है। I cannot be a man with a woman in this world. Benedict act first, scene first. Benedict expresses his view on the foolishness of romantic relationships. Benedict कहता है कि इस दुनिया में पुरुष और महिला के बीच का संबंध कुछ समझ नहीं आता और वह इसे मूर्खता मानता है। To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature. Beatrice act first, scene first. Beatrice reflects on the difference between external beauty and intellectual ability. बीट्रिस ये बताती है कि बाहरी सुंदरता तो किस्मत का खेल है, लेकिन सच्चा ज्ञान पढ़ाई और लिखाई प्राकृतिक प्रतिभा से आता है। टू बी अ वेल फेवर्ड मैन is the gift of fortune. I am a fool to do it. Benedict Act 2, Scene 3rd. Benedict, having fallen in love with Beatrice, speaks this line after being tricked into believing she loves him. बेनेडिक्ट तब यह कहता है कि जब वह बीट्रिस के से प्रेम में पड़ने के बाद यह महसूस करता है कि वह पागल है, क्योंकि उसे पहले ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए था। आई डू मच वंडर दैट वन मैन, सीइंग हाउ मच अनदर मैन is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others become the argument of his own scorn by failing in love. Beatrice Act 2, Scene 3rd. Beatrice comments on Benedict's hypocrisy, who once mocked love but has now succumbed to it. बीट्रिस बेनेडिक्ट की दोहरी स्थिति पर कमेंट करती है। पहले वह दूसरों का प्यार का मजाक उड़ाता था, लेकिन अब वह खुद प्यार में पड़कर वही मूर्खता करने लगा है। I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behavior to love, will after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others become the arguments of his own scorn by failing in love. By falling in love. Benedict Act 5, Scene 4. बेनेडिक्ट खुद को इस बात का एहसास दिलाता है कि वह पहले प्यार को नकारता था और दूसरों का मजाक उड़ाता था, लेकिन अब वह खुद उसी प्यार का शिकार हो चुका है। Benedict reflects on his previous rejection of love and admits that he too has now fallen victim to the same foolishness He once mocked embracing love with Beatrice. Now, practice session. I hope you are a serious applicant, enthusiastic person, scholar, academic person. Please ensure you have a pen and paper ready to take notes or complete your assessment accurately. Who is the first character to speak in Much Ado About Nothing? Sorry for typo error. Option C, Leonardo. Much Ado About Nothing. Leonardo is the governor of Messina in the first character to speak. What is the relationship between Beatrice and Benedick at the start of the play? Option D, enemies. At the start of play, Beatrice and Benedick are portrayed as witty enemies. Which character says, I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love with after he hath loved at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Option B, Beatrice. Speaks in the line reflecting on the hypocrisy of men who mock love but fall for it themselves, who is deceived by Don John into believing that hero is unfaithful. Option C, Claudio. Claudio is deceived by Don John into believing hero has been unfaithful. Who is the governor of Messina in Much Ado About Nothing? Option B, Leonardo. Leonardo is the governor of Messina, who convinced Benedict that Beatrice in is in love with him. Option C, Leonardo. Leonardo, along with Hero, is involved in convincing Benedict that Beatrice loves him, who convinced Beatrice that Benedict is in love with her. Option D, Hero. Hero, with the help of Ursula, convinced Beatrice that Benedict is in love with her. What is the main theme of Much Ado About Nothing? Option C, love and deception. प्यार और धोखा. The play primarily explores theme of love, mistaken identities, and deception. Which character is known for his wit and humorous banter? Option A, Benedict. Benedict is known for his witty remarks and humorous banter. What role does Don Pedro play in the play? Option B, Prince and Mediator. Don Pedro plays the role of a prince and mediator in the play. How does Don Pedro, how does Don John try to sabotage Claudio and Hero's relationships? Option A, by accusing Hero of infidelity. Don John frames Hero by making it appear as to she is unfaithful to Claudio. What does the title Much Ado About Nothing refer to? Option C, the humorous misunderstanding and deceptions. Option C. The title refers to the trivial misunderstandings and mistaken beliefs that drive the plot. What happens at the end of Much Ado About Nothing? Option C, Hero and Claudio get married. At the end of play, the misunderstandings are cleared and Hero and Claudio marry. Who says the line, I will leave a bachelor? Option A, obviously, Benedick. Benedict says, I will leave a bachelor at the beginning of the play. Which character is most affected by Don John's deception? Option A, Hero. Hero is the most affected by John Don's deception as her reputation is ruined. How does Beatrice react when she learns of Hero's supposed dishonor? Option B, she seeks revenge. Beatrice reacts strongly to Hero's supposed dishonor and seeks revenge on Claudio. Who is the first to suggest that Benedict and Beatrice should marry? Option C, Don Pedro. Don Pedro proposes that Beatrice and Benedict marry after overhearing their conversation. What does the term nothing refer to in the play's title? Option A secret. Option B, misunderstandings. Option B, a misunderstanding. The nothing refers to the trivial and inconsequential misunderstanding in the play. What is the relationship between Hero and Beatrice? Option D, cousins. Beatrice and Hero are cousins, as revealed in the play. Who is mistakenly accused of being unfaithful to Claudio? Option A, Hero. Hero is mistakenly accused of infidelity by Claudio based on Don John deception. What is Benedict's initial attitude toward love? Option A, cynical and mocking. Initially, Benedict mocks love and is cynical about it. Who overhears the conversation between Beatrice and Benedict? In Act 2, Scene 3rd. Option A, Hero and Ursula. Hero and Ursula overhear Beatrice's conversation and trick her into thinking Benedick loves her. Who does Beatrice describe as a man of the world? Option C. Don Pedro. Don Beatrice refers to Don Pedro as a man of the world, implying his sophistication. How does the plot involving Hero's death resolve? Option A. Hero returns and forgives Claudio. Hero's death is revealed to be a ruse and she returned to forgive Claudio. What is the primary reason for Claudio's distress in the play? Option B. His jealousy and suspicion of Hero. Claudio's distress stems from his jealousy and the belief that Hero has been unfaithful. What role does the mask ball play in the plot? Option B. It causes confusion and about identity. The masked ball leads to confusion and mistaken identities, especially concerning Hero and Don Pedro. How do Beatrice and Benedict show their love for each other at the end of the play? Option D. They get married secretly. At the end of the play, Benedict and Beatrice express their love and get married happily. Who is Don John accomplice in his scheme to ruin Hero's reputation? Option A. Cassio. What motivates Don John to cause trouble? His love for Beatrice. His hatred of happiness and order. Don John causes trouble due to his desire to disrupt happiness and order. Who plays the role of a watchman in the play? Option A. Dogberry. Dogberry plays the role of a watchman and provides comic relief in the play. What does the character of Dogberry represent in the play? Option A. Foolishness and comic relief. Dogberry represents foolishness and provides much of the comedy in the play. Which character described love as a madness most discreet? Option A. Benedict. Benedict described more love as a madness most discreet, reflecting on its irrational yet controlled nature. Who proposes the idea of a public trial to prove Hero's innocence? Option C. Leonardo. Leonardo proposes the idea of the public trial to prove Hero innocence. What is the setting of Much Ado About Nothing? Option C. Messina. The play is set in Messina, a town in Sicily. 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 How does Don Pedro react when he realizes his role in the misunderstandings? Option B. He feels guilty. Don Pedro feels guilty when he realizes his role in the misunderstanding regarding Hero. Which character is the epitome of foolishness in the play? Option B. Dogberry. Dogberry is the character most often seen as foolish in the play due to his humorous actions. Which theme is most prominent in the play? Option C. Love and deception. The primary theme of the play this is interplay between love, deception and misunderstandings. Who takes the role of the trickster in the play? Option C. Don Pedro. Don Pedro, although a noble character, engages in trickery, especially with the plans of to match Beatrice and Benedick. Who is the most likely to be the bad guy in the play? Option C. Don John. Don John is the primary antagonist, attempting to ruin Hero and Claudio relationships. What is Hero's reaction to being accused of infidelity? Option A B. C. Faintly protests. Hero faintly protests when accused of infidelity and later reveals the truth. What is the purpose of the song in Act 2, Scene 3? Option B. To deceive Benedick. The song in Act 2, Scene 3 is used to deceive Benedict into believing that Beatrice loves him. What does Claudio do after the wedding ceremony is interrupted? Option C. He leaves Messina. After the is interrupted, Claudio leaves Messina feeling betrayed. How is the plot involving the trickery of Beatrice and Benedict finally resolved? Option D. They marry secretly. What is the nature of the relationship between Don Pedro and Claudio? Option B. Friends. What kind of play is Much Ado About Nothing? Option B. Comedy. Much Ado About Nothing is a comedy with humorous misunderstanding and mistaken identities. What is the role of the masterful in the play? Option A. It symbolizes deception. The masquerade ball is a symbol of deception where identities are hidden and misunderstandings occur. How does Beatrice describe Benedict when they first meet? Options A. She admires him. Option B, she insults him. Option C, she ignores him. Option D, she is indifferent to him. Option B, she insults him. When Beatrice and Benedick first meet, she insults him and mocks his view on love. What is the most responsible for the plot that leads to hero disgrace? Option B, Don John. Don John is the main antagonist who the plot to falsely accuse hero of infidelity. He manipulates his accomplice Brosio and deceive Claudio, causing hero's public humiliation and near disastrous consequences for her marriage to Claudio. Which character has a reputation for being a marry with Benedict? Option B, hero. No, A. Answer A, Beatrice. Beatrice and Benedict are known for their witty banter and constant verbal sparring throughout the play. They engage in a merry war of words. They humorously challenge and make mock each other, although they eventually fall in love. Much ado about nothing remains highly is today, especially in the context of relationship deception and gender dynamics. The play explores theme of love, misunderstanding, and societal expectation, reflecting ongoing conversation about trust, honor, and consequences of unchecked assumptions. The witty exchange between Beatrice and Benedict highlight the complexities of modern romantic relationship, while manipulation and betrayal faced by Hero resonate with contemporary discussions on justice and reputation. Its humor and insight into human nature make it a timeless study, offering critical perspective for both literary analysis and societal reflections in academia. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more informative content and make sure to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. See you in the next video. Thank you.